Hello and welcome back to the Havre Football Manager Save. Now I know it's been, I think literally 2 weeks to the day since I've done anything. That was because I usually do most recording in the morning. Kind of up, I could say morning, I used to get up quite late, but it's kind of the first thing I do before going on PlayStation or anything. And then suddenly I kind of returned to work out of nowhere for the first time in pretty much a year. So yeah, that kind of caught me off guard and I couldn't really find the time of when to really fit it in, and I've just been all round a bit distracted, so I've not been able to do anything, which is why, yeah, it's been 2 weeks pretty much, I think, to this day since I put one out. So that is my bad. I do apologise, but nevertheless, we're back now. I thought I'd start off with the transfers because the rest of January happened as we left it. I think it towards the start of January with a Stad Brest game. We put in Mariano Gomez, if I can get it out of my mouth. Here, only 2 star for the moment, so it won't really feature this season, but in the future, obviously, with that 4.5 star potential, hopefully there is something, or there will end up a spot for him. Someone did recommend in the comments of my last video as well, so thanks to him, to try and get in Isaac Toure in the future. He's an absolute giant, which I didn't realise till he pointed it out to me. Let me just check what his name was. I'll give him the credit for the mention. Sorry, a bit of a distraction mid-video. Had a bad man mentioned to use him. He's in 2024. He's doing one himself and doing quite well. He's struggling to topple PSG, but we all will. But yeah, not only with the height, but obviously you can see to be that quick at that height as well is incredible, really. But yeah, so you mentioned to bring him in if I can in the future. So if we go that far, I mean, with that potential, I'd be kind of stupid not to. As opposed, when it comes to other transfers, we did spend a whopping 2 mil that couldn't rise to 2.6 on Camille van der Peer here. Again, only 2.5 star at the moment, but does also have bags of potential and probably will feature straight away with kind of not too much depth in certain positions, especially holding mid. It literally is Lacau, and unless I want to move Hughes up there or play an aging Fontaine, I can always play Romero, but Romero's also cover, so Van der Peer can also feature as cover, but he's cover with potential, so probably more likely to be used than Romero. And as for outgoings, it was just 2 loans for Mike Stephen Barre and Fernand Mayembo, won't really feature in much. But as for games, the form certainly won't look great since Brest. We got absolutely battered in the cup by Lyon, but I kind of expected that to happen. It's unfortunate, as I think, where was it, in our club vision, they wanted the 11th round, so of course we fell short on that because of that drumming. But I know we haven't won since, but a couple draws here, Montpellier and Bordeaux really is not anything to be ashamed of. And then to only lose 1-0 to Lille this time. Lyon is obviously an improvement on the cup game, but still, nevertheless, a loss. And because of this and something I always thought would inevitably happen, we have now fallen out of Europe again. The aim was to not get relegated, and we've basically already secured that. I never expected to be in Europe anyway. And to be honest, it would have been too much of a rush. It'd be great to be able to do this early, but we probably would have got absolutely hammered in most group games and gone out in the group. So, and I doubt they were giving us much money to be able to put the squad in a position to compete in it. So it's not too bad that we're probably going to miss out on it. It's a shame, probably, but if we finish anywhere around mid-table, I'll certainly take it. Being in the first game against Strasbourg here, now they are struggling, minus 13 goal difference. So this, if we are going to win, it's probably best if we can kind of break the winless streak now, as this is one of the better opportunities. Now, as for fitness, I don't really know what we're looking like, because it has been a while since I've come on. I'm trying to work out exactly what's best. Have we got a left back, so Moreira can play there? Miras is coming back, isn't quite back yet. They want me to use Pite there, so I'll see what they are suggesting if I do that. They want Koulibaly left in. I'll go with Moreira. So what did they want in midfield? They want Abdelli in. To sod it, I'll oblige. Kamara can play. He's a bit tired, but he'll play anyway. They want a left wing. They want Aliou. Yeah, I don't know how much I agree with that. put Abdelli there. Midfielder. I'll go. No, Romero's tired. This isn't easy. We'll go with you there. Yeah, Aliou, why not? Got the new signing on bench. I think when I signed him, he was already injured. So yeah, he'll be coming back soon to actually feature for us. Yeah, judging by injuries, the only real fit players in the reserves are two goalies and a striker we've previously sent out on loan and Bentil. We haven't got too much options in terms of kind of switching the team around besides this whole bench, but most of these are on the bench for a reason. It's because they're not as good as the first team players. So we'll see how this one goes with a not exactly ideal 11. Hopefully we can break the winners run. Highlight here in the 31st minute. I was about to encourage them again on the shouts to try and get something in them. As I did see before the game when they're kind of interviewing the tunnel, I usually send the assistant to do it or I just don't do it at all. They mentioned that Strasbourg are the lowest scorers this season, which is why their goal difference is so low. Obviously, they're not in the relegation zone, although they are 15th and near it. Clearly, the thing holding them back is they're not scoring enough. As we go 1-0 up here, great finish from Jamal Tiare. So yeah, but it must be when they win by literally one goal. Speaking of one goal, we've got our first here as we go 1-0 up. See Abdelli goes into Tiare, lays off to Ramirez, back to Abdelli. He makes his run in behind the fence. What they're doing, I don't know. The right back of Strasbourg is playing a line of his own as both centre backs step up. And Tiare sits in that space behind and, well, yeah, punishes them. They're on about tight offside. That's not really close at all in the VAR age we live in, where it comes down to toenails. So, yeah, 1-0. Hopefully, this is where we break that loss streak. Well, not loss streak, just win the streak as we get another highlight here. Jovanovic from about 3-4 yards has hit it over. And they always look really bad. I don't know how heavy of a chance they consider them. Never really show up too crazy on the XG. So maybe like they look a lot worse than they're actually considered in kind of like the makeup of the game. Yeah, 1-0 half time is a good start to try and achieve what we want to achieve. And yeah, I might consider subbing off Kamara here just because he's already knackered. They want Basque on. And sod it, I'll oblige. So hopefully second half we can keep the clean sheet really at the very minimum. So you have it in midfield here, get out to Majika at left back. He's very fast. Don't know how he's ended up at Strasbourg, but now on FIFA he's at Atalanta as he skips past a few men. I think he actually might have a transferred card to Spain. As they do score, of course, the league's lowest scorers had to find a way. It's FM in a nutshell, really. But I'm not going to blame completely the game. We've been on a bad run of form. It's just too easy, really, to get a tackle, still let them get the loose ball. I have about 3 men run into one bloke. So Sissoko can kind of run in on the edge unchallenged and crack it is not good enough, really, and we have to find a way around this. Absolutely drab second half was only the highlight of them scoring. We did absolutely nothing. Going forward at all was obviously not a highlight to our name, so still not able to break that winless streak, but another point, I suppose, isn't awful, especially away from home. But I can't really say we're a better squad than them, as I think our league position is a bit misleading, but considering the areas they're struggling with scoring and things like that, I think, although they're telling me to praise them, and I probably will just to keep them happy, it is a bit disappointing on the face of it. Yeah, now to go into the second game. Obviously, I'll check if it is against first. It is against St Etienne, so yeah, I'll see you then. So back now for the second game against St Etienne. At home this time, they are a bit better of a side than Strasbourg. I definitely imagine, especially in terms of scoring, because obviously Strasbourg were the worst in the league. We have got a few more fit players back now. Meras is going to be given a go, 75 minutes. A chance I will play the whole game. Jack Rolls is back. We have lost Jovanovic. The suspension was a bit unfortunate, but Gomez gets his first start. They're telling me to play him ball playing defender instead, but with only 8 passing, I don't really want to risk that. Sam Hughes will have to move over for just a game. Honzak's back as well. And the rest, I believe, is the same. You're getting a few more. Basque is now a fit player in the reserves. Van der Peer's about to come back, so I might use him in the games away after this one, and hopefully he can make an impact, although probably not too of a drastic one as he is only 2.5, but we have got 2.5 star midfielders, so maybe I can move Kamara to there and get him playing centre mid at support, which I believe I would have bought if I knew that's something he could do. Let's see, mid defend. Yeah, support he can do, so he probably will just take that spot until the end of the season pretty much over Jack Rolls, but yeah, second game, so we can get a win this time. Throw in here, hopefully we can keep possession from it. We're looking at the players, I don't think we will know, but we do win it back here. Go out to Rolls, Maris. Be good to have back. A nice slip through ball for TRA. It's his second shot I've seen him have in his second highlight, only our second highlight over the last game and the start of this one. And TRA does dispatch again. He's just making good runs and he's found with kind of well weighted through balls and first time finishing has been great from him. So in that kind of aspect of things, we're kind of succeeding, but obviously everywhere else it's not quite going great. And it does say there that is his 50th goal for the Havre, so 50 out for Jamal Tiare. He's been a great player the entire time as they crack the bar there with a warning sign. But yeah, just great stuff from Jamal Tiare. Obviously last season and continued it okay in the first division this season. So get another highlight here. They do know how to find someone with a throw in, but they lose it and get it back within about 2 seconds. They got an overlap on the right here. So he's probably going to get to the byline. He does. They pull it across. They're not going to miss him a few yards. And I was going to mention Sam Lamers. I didn't realise he'd scored as many as it says there. But yeah, just one hell of a forward, tall, both-footed, not slow, finishes well. And they were saying he's someone to be wary of. And the fact you've let him get a shot away in the 6-yard box shows you weren't probably doing enough to stop him. Going forward again here, a bit worried now. On his left-hand side, trying to get a ball in. Ball cross though, but Honzak, I think, just heads it right back to him. We probably had space to run into, but we get it back again here. Yari does great to get on the end of a through ball and doesn't finish this time. Can he get the rebound? He can. So even when he misses, he scores. Even when he loses, he's the winner. Multi-eye with a brace in the first half. It's hoping we can shut up shop defensively now. Though with Sam Lamers knocking around, it won't be easy. See, just another cracking ball, really. Sorry, it does have quite a bit to do. He does have to speed onto it and burst past the defence, but he does a decent job of. First finish wasn't quite what he'd hoped for, but kind of earned the rebound with the hard work to get an into through ball in the first place and dispatch still. This does look to be heading to half time, although before I say that, they do have another highlight here, and I might be about to eat my words going to half time level, although it's an overhit through ball. Lafana picks up the pieces. What that was, I don't know, but I think we get away with it, providing that pass is kept. It's Honzak now down the left. He can open his legs up and get into the space. Probably just lay it back to Maris there. Maris does need to be careful there on a yellow. Inside to Rolls. It's a cracking pass. Can't make anything of it though, as they probably come forward now. Out to Boanga on the left. The Gabonese man. Great tackle from Benito, tracking back. Just keeping getting to the forward area. Absolutely lumped towards Ciaro from Gomez. Nice attempt on the first time finish, but saved it again. Surely, yeah, that is the end of the highlight. And I was about to say half time, but one more moment to be had here. Maris trucks it in. Ciaro's got to score this one, and he does. First half hat trick, like Chris Wood on the weekend. And if you know about Chris Wood, he's not kind of unfamiliar to a first half hat trick on Football Manager. He's incredible on this year's game. But yeah, like Chris Wood, Tiara does get that first half hat trick. Again, a cracking cross. I believe that one might have been from, yeah, it was Maris. And just a great finish on the volley. We threw it up at half time, so this is much better stuff. Well classed from Tiara. Just, yeah, the position you want to be in, really. So it might just be a case of keeping this second half quite, I'll say cautious. We're always uncautious. We're just a bit safer and not conceding, but a minute into the half and they potentially have a highlight here. The build through the midfield. Back out left of the overlapping Trauco. I think I'll eventually learn how to say it, but I don't need to. He's not my player. The overlaps again, gets that cross, and they're definitely scoring that. Bakary Jata this time at the back post. great one for the neutrals in terms of goals, to have 5 goals, only 47 minutes in, but yeah, we need to stop conceding if we want to end this win the streak, which I saw is up to 7 games now. That one towards the back post. Sam Hughes has got to be doing better from 6 yards again there. Great delivery. Yeah, can't quite get the header on target. They switched to up front now. And can we win it? We can't, but it does go through to Fofana. We can just be careful with the distribution from the keeper here. I'm not liking the way the pitch is lined up. They seem to be pressing really high. Another awful kick. I don't know what's going on with him. Just the press seems to be terrifying him. Still up one forward. It's got to be won by Moreira, and it is. How can we counter off this? Tiara's in behind. He could end the game for us here. Not quite able to get the finish he'd have liked. We're still in a game here. Oh, free kick right on the edge. They're going to score this, aren't they? Boo-da-boos. It's the post. Now can we get that clear? Yes, we can. A serious bullet dodged. Tiara does get there first. Can he hold it up for us? Gets past his man. That's a blatant yellow. Tripping him up on the counter. I'm not so concerned about yellow cards. I just want to see this game out. And we can. So a much better game from us this time round. Much more entertaining game as well. With 5 goals and quite a lot of highlights in. Yeah, much better performance. Good home win. Decent performances from a few players in their roles making his return. Same with Meras. But just cracking stuff from Tiara with the hat-trick. Does end the win the streak for us now, and hopefully we can start to get back to a bit of more kind of consistent form. But yeah, there's going to be no man other than Tiara to help snap the streak for us. Van der Peer is back in training now. Needs to read, obviously Gomez does make his debut. So this is that they're going to raise fitness concerns. Yeah, Kamara and Moreira. I'd love to give them a break. Obviously, we were struggling, so I don't really feel like it was the time to rest players. I may give Kamara a week off now, and Moreira's probably possible as I've got options at right back. Got to praise Tiara after that performance. You were just superb in front of goal, mate. So yeah, we do end that 7-match winless run. So it does leave us again on the edge of Europe. Though I say if Lyon win their game, obviously not so, but then Monaco fall down to 6th on the 45, so 4 points off it. But as I said, I don't really expect or even intend to be there come the end of the season. We're anywhere 7th to like 12th, 13th. I wouldn't really be complaining. Yeah, it's been a very kind of stellar first season in the French division so far. As to when we'll come back now, I think it's a 4-match break, I'd say. Nice, Caen, Lorient and Nims, and then we'll come back for PSG and Auxerre before 4-game layoff again with the rest of the games in April. And I'll hit you with a season finale of 3 games in May. So, yeah, I'll come back for the PSG and Auxerre game. Obviously, I'll say massive money at PSG. We will get battered. I'll check how they're doing in the league. It's looking like they've almost already won it, really. So, yeah, we'll probably get dealt with there, but you kind of can't not show the game against PSG. But yeah, sorry for the 2-week layoff. I'll try and be back a bit more consistently than 2 weeks, but I can't make too many promises. It's just finding the time and space to do it, really. But if you are still here, thanks for watching and returning after my 2-week break. Not that it was an intended one. But yeah, thanks for watching anyway, and I'll see you next time.